This is ATN Global News. First, the headlines. NDDC begins repairs of Owerri-Port Harcourt Road. Court remands Oni's ex-wife over funfair tragedy. Tinubu preaches hope, belief in Nigeria at Christmas. NNPCL reduces petrol price to 965 naira per litre. Protests erupt over burning of Christmas tree in Syria. Agimang Badu urges black galaxies to win Nigeria. Burna Boy reacts to Speed Darlington's release. Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, has inspected the ongoing repair work at the failed sections of the Owerri-Port Harcourt Road between Umapu and Umagwo in Imo State. Ogbuku said the road's deplorable state necessitated the emergency measures taken by the NDDC to restore it and make it immediately motorable. A statement issued in Port Harcourt on Tuesday by the NDDC Director of Corporate Affairs, Seledi Thompson Wakama, and accompanied by some commission officials, the NDDC Chief Executive Officer received an on-site briefing from the engineers of the construction firm handling the emergency rehabilitation and expressed gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for directing the urgent restoration of the failed sections of strategic roads in the Niger Delta region. The NDDC Managing Director commended the federal government for responding promptly to the people's outcries to rehabilitate bad roads in the Niger Delta region and expressed confidence that the restoration work on the Owerri-Port Harcourt Road would stand the test of time once completed. Ogbuku said he was satisfied with the quality of the work and commended the contractor for being ready to complete it and urged members of the various communities and commuters to show understanding during construction, as the commission was prepared to complete the project as quickly as possible. One of the commercial bus drivers using the road, Mr. Kingsley Okorigwe, thanked the NDDC for responding promptly to the distress calls of commuters enduring the hardship caused by the damaged road. Rivers State Police Command has achieved a significant success in its efforts to combat crime and criminality in the state. A statement by the Police Public Relations Officer, Grace Iringe Koko, said on December 14, 2024, at about 025:45 hours, an inspector of police attached to the Divisional Police Hospitals in Hauda showcased exceptional vigilance while on station guard duty. He noticed a suspicious individual carrying a black collar bag and signaled him to approach, but the man fled, abandoning the bag on the road after he was given a hot chase. The bag was recovered to the station, and upon thorough research of it, the following items were found: one Brownie English mid pistol, 15 rounds of 7.62mm live ammunition, one Eco Bank ATM debit card, one FCMB ATM debit card, a quantity of items suspected to be charms. The statement said the police are currently investigating and working assiduously to apprehend the suspects and other gang members. The command remains calm and continues to monitor the situation closely. In a related development, the police command recently rescued a 16-year-old girl named Faith Mimido Temkwa, who was allegedly drugged and abandoned by an unknown person at number 3 Birabi Street, GRA off Presidential Hotel, Port Harcourt. The police command responded swiftly to a distress call from a Good Samaritan, thereby mobilizing operatives from the Olu Obasanjo division led by the divisional police officer to the scene, where the victim was met in a state of unconsciousness. She was immediately taken to a medical facility for treatment, and after regaining her memory, concerted efforts were further made by the police to locate her parents and guardians, and she was safely reunited with them for proper care and custody. Investigation is ongoing while efforts are being intensified to apprehend the perpetrators of this heinous crime to face the full wrath of the law. The statement also said the successful rescue operation demonstrates the command's commitment to serving and protecting the vulnerable individuals and combating crime in Rivers State, and wishes to advise residents in the state to report any suspicious activities to the nearest police station. Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo has signed the 2025 appropriation bill of 675 billion naira into law, saying that the budget will revive the economy of the state. This is coming after Governor Okpebolo, who assented to the budget into law at the government house, said it will deliver the dividend of democracy to the people of the state. The 2025 budget, tagged Renewed Hope Budget or a Rising Edo, he said, will revive the economy of Edo State and deliver the dividend of democracy to the good people of the state. The governor commended the Speaker, Blessing Agbebaku, and other members of the State House of Assembly for the speedy consideration and passage of the budget. Earlier, while presenting the bill to the governor, Agbebaku said the budget was significantly increased from the initial sum of 605 billion naira to ensure that more funds are allotted to the agricultural sector. Suspected political talks have invaded the Oredo Local Government Area Secretariat in Edo State, preventing the chairman Tom Obaseki from gaining access to his office. Armed with weapons, the hoodlums took up strategic positions at the secretariat, chanting war songs, and forced the embattled constables who had resumed work for the day to retreat. Obaseki spoke to journalists outside the council premises, saying he came to continue his work as elected chairman of Oredo Local Government and met a whole lot of thugs who have already undertaken the council. This is coming after 18 council chairmen and their deputies were suspended by the Edo State House of Assembly following a petition by Governor Monday Okpebolo in which he accused them of alleged insubordination and gross misconduct. Governor Basi Otu of Cross River State has expressed profound gratitude to the citizens for their unwavering support and commitment to the state's development. In his Christmas message conveyed in a statement by his Chief Press Secretary, Insa Jiu, on Tuesday, the governor stressed the importance of love, kindness, and unity during the festive season, adding that the values are essential for overcoming the challenges currently facing the nation. Otu also reaffirmed his administration's alignment with President Bola Tinubu's Renewed Hope agenda and acknowledged the economic difficulties affecting individuals and families nationwide, stressing that the challenges are not unique to Cross River State, and expressed confidence that sustained governmental policies will yield positive results in the coming year 2025. He passionately called for a renewed spirit of giving and kindness this Christmas, urging residents to embody the season's true meaning, and also highlighted the state's achievements over the past year and assured significant advancement in infrastructure, investment promotion, security, tourism, education, agriculture, and healthcare. He credited the successes to this collective dedication of the people and encouraged them to continue supporting government initiatives aimed at enhancing the quality of life in the state. Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo has signed the state 2025 appropriation bill of 607 billion naira into law. Speaking during the event at the Governor's Lodge, Oka, Soludo expressed the confidence that the budget will catalyze change in the state in the coming year, adding that Anambra State will be ready to begin the journey of implementing the 2025 budget with effect from January 1, 2025. This is coming after the State House of Assembly last Thursday passed the 2025 budget of 607 billion naira into law, while the governor appreciated the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Dr. Somtochukwu Udeze, and all members of the Assembly for their cooperation and commitment, which ensure the expeditious constitution and passage of the budget. According to the budget projections, the capital expenditure constitutes 77% of the total budget size, while the recurrent expenditure accounts for 23%, while the budget had a deficit of 148.3 billion naira, which will be raised from revenue growth or borrowing from financial institutions. The budget, tagged Changing Gears 2.0, had 48% increase over the budget of 2024, which was 410 billion naira. Commissioner of Police in Anambra State, CP Nangi Itam, has directed the deployment of X-Squad operatives of the command at the checkpoints across the state. A statement on Tuesday, the command spokesman, S. Bitochukwu Ikenga, said the exercise is to ensure political personnel at various checkpoints uphold a high standard of professionalism in the discharge of their duties, adding that the X-Squad operatives would monitor and ensure police shun any acts of extortion, harassment, and unruly behavior, especially towards the traveling public. The police team, led by Chief Superintendent of Police CSP Emeka Chukwuemeka, said the former police public relations officer of the command is to complement the already deployed personnel to maintain law and order, and is specially tasked to patrol and ensure operatives comply with the standard operational procedure of the force. The CP knows that every resident or visitor to Anambra State deserves to be treated decently in line with the policing principles of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Adiolo Egbetokun, and urges members of the public to report erring officers to the command for appropriate sanction promptly. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has approved the establishment of the Lagos State Electricity Regulatory Commission, as a key initiative to advance the state's energy sector. A press release from the Office of the Special Advisor to the Governor, Media and Publicity, said the Governor's signing of the Lagos Electricity Bill 2024 into law earlier in December was a critical step in advancing the state's energy sector, adding that the commission, which is subject to confirmation by the Lagos State House of Assembly, will focus on creating a sustainable and innovative energy framework for the state. The statement also announced the governor's approval of key appointments for the Lagos State Electricity Regulatory Commission to transform the state's energy landscape and ensure a reliable power supply. Chief Magistrate Court sitting in Iyagango, Ibadan, has ordered the remand of the former wife of the Oni of Ife, Naomi Silekunola, the Chief Executive Officer of Agidigbo FM, Ori Yomi Hamzat, and the Principal of Islamic High School, Abdullahi Fasasi, at the Agodi Correctional Center. The remand order followed their arraignment in connection with last week's tragic stampede at a Christmas funfair held at Islamic High School, Bashorun, Ibadan, which claimed the lives of 35 children and left 6 others injured. The court, presided over by Chief Magistrate Olabisi Okunkanmi, issued the order after the suspects were brought to court amidst heavy security, and the defendants are facing a 4-count charge. According to the police prosecutor, the offences contravened Section 324 of the Criminal Code, Cap 38, Volume 2, Laws of Oyo State 2000. The prosecution alleged that the trio played a role in the events leading to the stampede that turned the Christmas celebration into a tragedy, while Chief Magistrate Ogunkami directed that the defendants be remanded at the Agodi Correctional Center pending legal advice from the Oyo State Director of Public Prosecutions. The court proceedings, which drew significant public attention, saw law enforcement officers heavily guarding the suspects as they were escorted to and fro the court premises. Analysts have described the continuous death old retirees who had put in so many years in government service as an act of wickedness and a disgrace to the welfare of pensioners in the country. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network program Atlantic Blowout, socio-political analyst Manki Etanen said it is wrong to ignore the well-being of senior citizens that have dedicated most part of their lives serving the country.
These so-called leaders know the consequences, that's the cost they are bringing upon themselves. It's like when a young man, for whatever reason, I was just talking to a young man a few days ago, for whatever reason you have disagreement with your parents and you raise your hand on your parents, it's a curse. It doesn't matter what. You raise your hand on your parents. It's a curse that only God can help you to reverse. And if you know, Nelson Mandela said something very instructive long ago, before he died. He said the more informed you are, the less aggressive and, how did he put it? The less aggressive that you become. That's the more informed you are, you become less aggressive. Because knowledge will humble you. These are people who serve the state, put in several years, some 30, some, very independent. And then they are finished their service. And those who are their children are punishing them. They are using whip, kuboku, to flog them financially. Well, it's a different kettle of fish altogether. Because as I'm sitting here, working for somebody is out of my...
Speaking further, Mr. Tannen said the purpose of government is to protect lives and ensure that the welfare of the citizens as provided in the fundamental objectives of state policy in the Nigerian constitution.
The purpose of government is supposed to be for the people. Protection of lives and property.
Yes.
Because by section 14 of the constitution, power belongs to the people. But here, we have few criminal gang that have conspired together to kind of... in fact, what we have is...
This comes after pensioners in Osun State, under the aegis of the Forum of 2011-2012, retired public servants staged a protest on Monday against Governor Ademola Adeleke over the non-implementation of the 18,000 minimum wages. Kogi State House of Assembly has passed into law the 2025 appropriation bill of 582.4 billion naira. The passage of the bill of the budget followed the adoption of the report of the House Standing Committee on Appropriation, Budget Monitoring and Economic Planning. At the clause-by-clause consideration by the Committee of Supply, Speaker Right Honorable Aliyu Umar Yusuf said the bill had authorized recurrent expenditure of over 281.1 billion naira, while the authorized capital expenditure stood at over 301.2 billion naira. According to the Speaker, the bill, which had shown the allocation of funds to each the ministries, departments and agencies, takes effect from January 1, 2025 and ends December 31, 2025. Right Honorable Ali Umar Yusuf thanks the lawmakers for discharging their fundamental responsibility in attending to the budget. This is coming after the state governor, Ahmed Usman Ododo, had on December 3, 2024, presented 582.4 billion naira as the 2025 appropriation bill for approval by this assembly. Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the remand of 4 suspected terrorists linked to notorious bandits kingpin Bello Toji in Koje Correctional Center. The trial judge, Justice Emeka Nwite, in a short ruling, ordered the remand of the alleged bandits after they took their plea. All defendants present in court for the arraignment pleaded not guilty to the charges after it was read to them in both English and Hausa, since one of the defendants, Hashimu, the terrorist doctor, told the court that he doesn't understand English language. The defendants are standing trial on 11 count charges bordering on terrorism preferred against them by the Attorney General of the Federation. Director, Department of Public Prosecutions, Federal Ministry of Justice, MB Abubakar, has listed the suspects as the 6th, 7th and 8th defendants, respectively, and between 2018 and 2022 in Sokoto State, conspired among themselves to commit a terror act. They were alleged to have provided material services to terrorist groups led by Toji Kachala Halilu, Dambokolo, Lawali, Atawase, Buderi and others by procuring and supplying illicit drugs, including penta injections and cannabis plants food items, military and police uniforms, camouflage. They were also alleged to have supplied boots, caps, and building materials, including bags of cement, cover zinc, bags of nails, iron rod, to terrorist camps in the forest located in Zamfara, Sokoto, and Kaduna State. The offense is said to be contrary to Section 17 of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act 2013 and punishable under the same section of the Act. Kwara State Council of the Nigerian Labour Congress has appealed to Governor Abdul Rahman Abdulrazak to grant a 50% downward review of the new tax policy of the state government for workers in the state. It also appealed to the governor to extend tax holidays for employees in the state public service or for another 3 months as done almost 3 months ago, given the current hardship citizens are grappling with. The state NLC chairman Murutala Olayinka, who made the plea in a statement he signed in Ilorin on Tuesday, praised Abdulrazak for prioritizing the welfare of workers and pensioners with prompt and regular payment of salaries and allowances, describing it as a clear departure from that of the past administration in the state. He said the governor has brought his leadership quality to bear with the execution of critical infrastructural projects that enhance the standard of living of the citizenry, and prayed for good health and wisdom for Abdulrazak to succeed in office. The NLC chairman reaffirmed the resolve of the organized labor to work with the present administration to achieve more milestones. Kwara State Police Command has imposed a ban on the use of fireworks and explosives during the Christmas and New Year celebrations as part of measures to ensure public safety. The command has also restricted the movement of commercial motorcycles, Okada, and tricycles, Keke Napep, between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. daily. These directives were announced in a statement issued on Tuesday by the State Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Ejire Adeyemi Ton, on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, Victor Alaya, extends warm greetings to all residents as we approach the festive season of Christmas and New Year and anticipate a season of joy and celebration towards ensuring the safety and security of all citizens. The statement emphasized the complete ban on the use, sale, or distribution of fireworks, bangers, and other explosive devices, citing their potential to cause panic and provide cover for criminal activities, while the command warned that the violators would face severe legal consequences. In a related development, the Kwara State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps has deployed 2,500 personnel to safeguard lives and property across the state during the festivities. The deployment includes officers from specialized units such as the Armed Squad, Operation Harmony, Counter-Terrorism Unit, and Chemical, Biological, Radiological, Nuclear, and Explosive Unit. The commandant of NSCDC, Dr. Omar Muhammad, warned against vandalism of government property, stating that offenders would face severe legal penalties, including a 21-year prison term without the option of a fine. We'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, we'll dive into the news.
Christmas, Nigeria!
Glow Unlimited.
Welcome back, and now to the rest of the stories. 15-year-old suspected hoodlum Saidu Udu was killed during a violent gang clash in Minna, Niger State, and police operatives have arrested 5 suspects who were attempting to flee the scene. The Niger State Police Command confirmed the incident when their patrol team responded, but the hoodlums had already fled. The command spokesperson Wasiu Abiodun in a WhatsApp message said some of the miscreants from the Gogudu area of Maitumbi and Kwara Bega attacked each other, leading to the death of one Saidu Udu, 15, of Gogudu, while a police patrol team from Maitumbu division moved to the scene, but the miscreant had escaped. The victim was taken to the hospital where he was confirmed dead. The clash involved over 50 hoodlums, and the clash was caused by disagreement over the sharing of Christmas money allegedly given to them by an unidentified benefactor. Eyewitnesses recounted that the hoodlums, armed with knives, cutlasses and daggers, turned violent, leading to Udu being fatally stabbed in the stomach, and several residents have reportedly been killed or maimed during encounters with the miscreants, who often evade arrest and resume their nefarious activities. The police commissioner, Shawulu Dan Maman, had earlier assured the residents of adequate security during the festive season. Katsina State government has distributed dry season agricultural equipment worth over 8 billion naira to farmers at a subsidized rate at 34 local government areas of the state. Governor Diko Rada, who disclosed during the launching and distribution of the equipment at the People's Square, Muhammadu Buhari House, Katsina, adding that the state marked the end of the 2024 cropping season with remarkable success in bumper harvest, which serves as a litmus test to his determination to attain food security and marks the beginning of another dry season 2024/2025. He also said his administration has prioritized the agricultural sector as the mainstay of the state's economy by way of enhancing GDP, IGR, employment opportunities, investment, curbing rural-urban drift, miming indolence, and improved livelihood. He stressed that the farm machinery are meant to reduce farm drudgery, build resilience of the farmers from reduced access to animal traction, and sustaining soil productivity and fertility with the fertilizers, coupled with tillage machinery and ensuring sustainable water application through the solar-powered machines, can have improved crop yields, translating to higher revenues and improved lifestyles without altering the ecosystem. Earlier in his part, Minister of Agriculture Abubakar Kyari lauded the Katsina State government for its giant stride to food security in Nigeria and commended the Katsina State Governor Rada for performing credibly in the numerous federal government intervention programs in the state. Gombe State stakeholders have expressed deep worries over the continued violation of the Violence Against Persons Prohibiting Act and Child Protection, which has since become an enabling law in the state, and have urged the state government to establish special courts that will try gender-based violence offenders. The stakeholders lamented that despite the assent to the act, the state is still grappling with gender-based violence, and other abuse cases have been tried based on penal code. The Gombe State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Habu Dahiru, disclosed that no fewer than 388 females and 144 men were affected by gender-based violence from 2021 to 2024. Dahiru, who made this disclosure at the Pantami Township Stadium in his address during the commencement of 2024 16 days of activism tackling GBV cases. The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Asmau Iganus, urged wives of local government chairmen to give the needed support by helping with the campaign of the laws to curb abuses in the communities, and called on a technical working group on gender-based violence to assiduously work towards mitigating the growing cases of abuse against women and children. Gombe State Governor Muhammadu Yahaha has signed into law Disability Protection Bill and appointed an executive secretary to head the state's Disability Commission. The assent heralds the establishment of a commission which will take care of persons living with disabilities in the state, and the governor appointed a senior lecturer at the Department of Political Science, Gombe State University, Dr. Ishaku Adamu, to steer the commission. Speaking during the signing at the government house in Gombe, the governor remarked that since his assumption of office, he has been supporting the growth of the persons with disabilities community, adding that he had previously appointed special advisor and special assistants to coordinate the activities of the persons with disabilities and serve as liaison between them and the government. Yahya informed the disability community of his respective for the renovation and remodeling of the only special school in the state, adding that his administration would build 2 additional special schools so each senatorial district. The governor commended members of the Gombe State House of Assembly for their commitment in passing the bill and acknowledged the contributions of advocacy groups and stakeholders who championed the cause. On his part, Speaker Lugerewo said the House had meticulously scrutinized every aspect of the bill to ensure its passage aligned with the aspirations of the persons with disabilities. State Police Command has arrested several suspects for various crimes, including fraud, cybercrime, armed robbery, and other criminal activities in the state. The command made several arrests in recent months, recovering stolen vehicles, motorcycles, and other items. A release issued by the command's spokesperson, DSP Lawan Shisu Adam, the arrests were made possible through the efforts of the command's operatives. He also informed the media that preliminary investigations revealed that Ahmed and his accomplices had chartered the cyclist Dini Idris 2022 with the pretext of conveying them to Sahara Hotel, Gumel Metro, and on arrival at the Gumel local government duplex, the suspects attacked Idris, smashing a bottle on his head, rushed to Gumel General Hospital for medical attention, where he was admitted for proper medical care. While Ahmed confessed to the crime when interrogated at the State Criminal Investigation Department in Duse. The police public relations officer said all suspects arrested will be prosecuted and compelled to face the full force of the law. He commended the efforts of the government's operatives and urged the public to continue to support the police in their efforts to combat crime and all forms of criminalities, stressing that the command had affirmed its readiness to the work around the clock to combat crime and keep the state safe against criminal activities. President Bola Tinubu says there is no going back on the tax reforms bills. Equitable resource distribution, stakeholders said resistance from the north reflects fears of marginalization and economic disadvantage. This is coming after on September 3, 2024, President Bola Tinubu transmitted 4 tax reform bills to the National Assembly for consideration following the recommendations of the Taiwo Oyedele-led Presidential Committee on Fiscal and Tax Reforms. The bills include the Nigerian Tax Bill 2024, which aims to provide the fiscal framework for taxation in the country, and the Tax Administration Bill, which will provide a clear and concise legal framework for all taxes in the country and reduce disputes. Others are the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill, expected to repeal the Federal Inland Revenue Service Act and establish the Nigerian Revenue Service, as well as the George Onanuga, stressing that tax reforms was pro-poor and aimed at widening the tax net, noting that it was typical for tax reforms to be accompanied by outcries. Tinubu said removing petrol subsidy was in a bid to save generations to come, noting that the country was already spending its future while giving free buys to neighboring countries, and also called for phased removal of subsidies, saying the nation was headed for financial disaster, stressing that with the subsidy removal, what was imperative was for Nigerians to manage within available resources. That mentioned the student loan as a means to prevent people from subscribing to corruption to fund their education, adding that the increase in the minimum wage was also a way to tackle corruption. President emerged even in the darkest times towards bringing solace and hope to mankind. The president expressed deep sorrow over recent tragic incidents in Ibadan, Okija, and Abuja, which claimed innocent lives, and prayed that such misfortunes do not revisit our families and communities. He also extended his sympathies to families who have endured pain and loss this year due to floods, fires or accidents, calling on Nigerians to find comfort in faith and the support of those who risk their lives to protect the nation, as well as for leaders striving to foster national development, and reaffirmed his administration's commitment to restoring Nigerians' prosperity, assuring citizens Owerri and Port Harcourt, Kaduna, among others, are to benefit from the scheme. members of Transportation, Senator Saeed Al-Khali has officially kicked off the 2024 Yuletide Road Transportation Palliative. Transport Ministry Director, Press and Public Relations, Olujimi Oyetomi, who disclosed this in a statement on Monday, government has directed the leadership of road transportation unions, including the Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, National Union of Road Transport Workers, God is Good Motors, and Association of Luxury Bus Owners of Nigeria, to ensure that their palliative buses are moved to the designated loading points early on the 24th December 2024 to begin moving Nigerians who seek to take advantage of the road transport to join their loved ones across the country for Christmas 2024 and resolved. The minister also highlighted the ongoing free train rides provided by the Nigerian Railway Corporation on 6 corridors across the country towards enhancing transportation options for Nigerians during the festive season. The Ministry of Transportation encouraged Nigerians to review the approved route maps and designated terminals for smooth travel planning. Minister of Women Affairs Iman Suleiman Ibrahim has stated empowering women are vital to attaining the present administration's $1 trillion economic target by 2030. She disclosed these distributing food items as part of the federal government's end-of-year intervention to support Nigerians, adding that the renewed Hope Year-End intervention for vulnerable women and families reflects President Bola Tinubu's mission to address the pressing needs of vulnerable groups, and the initiative marks the beginning of a new era, one where no one is left behind. She also said the initiative is aimed at cushioning the effects of the current economic challenges faced by women and families, stressing that the intervention would be replicated nationwide as part of Tinubu's commitment to advancing the welfare of women and children across the country. The minister said, as Nigerians approach a new year, President Bola Tinubu's administration is committed to expanding its mission of protecting and empowering women, children, their families, and other vulnerable groups, aimed at bringing fresh perspectives and innovative approaches to safeguarding, protecting, and empowering women and children across Nigeria, stressing that women are the backbone of our society and empowering them is essential to fostering strong and resilient communities. The Director General of the Miriam Babangida National Center for Women Development, Dr. Ashabi Bashir, and the National President of the Defense Police Officers' Wives Association, Mrs. Ogogo Musa, both described the initiative as timely, commending the ministry for addressing the immediate needs of vulnerable groups. Nigerian Bar Association has extended its deepest condolences to the families and loved ones of those who tragically lost their lives in the recent stampede in Anambra, Abuja, and Oyo states during the distribution of relief items and monetary gifts. The association lamented the heartbreaking incidents which claimed the lives of over 67 individuals, including 37 in Oyo State, 10 at a Catholic church in the Maitama, Abuja, and 20 in Okija, Anambra State. He described the tragedies as deeply painful and called for collective reflection. A statement issued on Tuesday in Abuja, the NBA president Afam Osigwe-san stressed that while death is an inevitable part of life, the loss of loss of lives under preventable circumstances is a tragedy that highlights the urgent need for adequate safety measures to prevent future occurrences. The NBA commended the generosity of Nigerians who, especially during this festive season, chose to share resources with the less privileged and strongly urged individuals and organizations engaging in charitable acts to prioritize the safety and well-being of beneficiaries by adopting safer practices. He further recommended involving law enforcement and safety personnel during such activities to maintain order, prevent overcrowding, and ensure the safety of all participants, and also suggested exploring safer and more efficient methods such as digital transfers or staggered distribution schedules to mitigate risks and ensure equitable access to aid. He reiterated the NBA's commitment to advocating for measures that uphold the dignity of all Nigerians and prevent unnecessary loss of life, and also urged government agencies, private organizations, and individuals to prioritize safety while extending goodwill to others. In view of the prevalent economic hardship, families who are traveling their various states are lamenting high cost of transportation to their villages, despite the federal decision to reduce transportation costs by 50% slash. In an interview at the various motor parks, some Nigerians expressed mixed feelings on difficulties of traveling to meet their loved ones in their hometowns nationwide. On Atlantic Television Network street broadcast, Joseph Moses Mawunyika completes this report.
Hello and welcome to the Atlantic Television Network. This is the street broadcast of ATN Abuja, and today being 24th of December 2024, we'll be bringing you the updates that has to do with people traveling from Abuja to different states to celebrate Christmas. Christmas has been what people celebrate worldwide, and people travel from different places to different destinations. We'll be taking you to the park now. You will see people will be talking to us on how much they are paying from where they are to where they are going to. Stay with us as we bring you the update.
I think this is River Joy. Yeah, this is from Maraba, Terminal to Port Harcourt. Well, I think it is. I think the reason being that it's a one-way traffic. That is to say, even in Lagos, that is applicable to most of the cities, especially the commercial hub. People traveling, it's a one-way traffic thing, meaning that if people are leaving Abuja, coming back from Port Harcourt, no passenger to return back. In that case, the vehicle that convey the people to Port Harcourt, they have to come empty. So they will have to add up a little fare where the vehicle have to fuel itself back to Abuja. Because when everybody moves from this way downward there, it means Abuja become empty in terms of vehicle to convey people. So how do they now come back? There won't be passenger. Do you understand? They will now have to add up the fare a bit so that they will be able to return. No, fare is not the major. Why? Because on a normal, let's say from August, or normal, let's say just normal time, it's just a normal fare. Do you understand? Which will be attributed to fuel cost. Do you understand? But as it stands now, there is a rush from people moving from Abuja down to east and every other part of the country. And those places they are going to, nobody is coming to Abuja. But even though people are coming, there are few people who are returning back. So those vehicles that are leaving, if you go take statistics today, you see that more than 30 or more than have left Abuja this morning, moving down east, Uyo and the rest of them. Do you understand? Now tomorrow, they will have to come back because people will be waiting for them. No vehicle now. A lot of passengers understand it.
Going to Benue State Bokolo. It's too much. The money is much. I'm paying 18,000 to my village. Before is 7,000 we pay. Yes, I even paid 3,500 here last time, but not in this time. This time is too much. You will pay 18,000 and you pay the load. Maybe you carry bag of rice to your parents or something. You will pay for all that load. Maybe less than 20-something thousand you will pay in transport. According to them, they say fuel. They say the fuel is too high. So nothing we can do now. I want to go and see my mom. I want to go and see my siblings. So that is why I'm going for Christmas.
My name is Cornelius Golori. I'm traveling to Cross River State. Yes. 37,500.
Is it that necessary for us to travel?
Yes, it's necessary.
Why is it?
I came for a purpose, and what I came for, I did not fulfill it, so I have to go.
We used to go our Benway, 2,500 naira. You understand? As of 26 years back, it was 350 naira. That was when I get married. You understand? But now, when I enter park this morning, they say it's 20,000. Benway that is in backyard here. So everybody has his own, because some people, when they, because of the fuel, they will say, maybe they buy bag of rice, like marketers. Yeah, maybe tire, in fact, tire, like my motor. I bought tire, how many years back? 5,000 something. But now, when I go to replace the tire, they tell me 50,000. You understand? Very, very annoying. But in any situation, they say we should give glory to God. God will continue to help us. You understand? That you help us. Let the government of Tinubu help us. We are in trouble. Our children no longer go to school well again. You understand? Please let them help us. You understand? Thank you.
Yeah, to some point, because this one is not taking me straight to my community. So for it used to be 6,000, 7,000. Yeah, but this money is 18,000. Aside money for load. Because whatever you are carrying, you are paying for it. Even your traveling back, you are paying for it. So it's actually not funny. Yeah, I believe that then that the transport used to be cheaper. A liter of fuel was around 200 naira or thereabout. So because of the inflation, yes, I will not say it's a bad economy, but the changes in our system. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. I believe wherever you are, if you want to travel, you've known at least how to prepare. We pray that as you travel, go home, you will come back safe and sound. Thank you for being with us. I am Joseph Moses Mawinka, ATN News, Abuja.
And that's the global news for tonight. Before we go, another look at the major stories. NDDC begins repairs of Owerri Port Harcourt Road. Court remands Oni's ex-wife over Funfair tragedy. Tinubu preaches hope, belief in Nigeria as Christmas. NNPCL reduces petrol price to 965 naira per litre. Protests erupt over burning of Christmas tree in Syria. Ajmayang Badu urges Black Galas history. Thank you for watching. You can follow us on all our social media platforms, on Twitter at Atlantic TV Net, Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, on Instagram at Atlantic TV Network. Peace and unity are the pathways to progress.